Thinking reconciling with his father was gonna be what's best? No, it's not. It's the opposite. He need to go back and stay in jail.
I ask you that you protect her, that you put your blood all over her, that you send angels to surround her, to guide her, to increase her anointing so that generations can be influenced by her well-doing.
Always get hurt, bro. And I never hurt them. Straight up. So I'm giving a warning. Just like how that... See, look, I ain't even finna go there. I got bruises on my back. No, y'all cannot see the baby. Don't hit my phone. We not cool. Worry about yourself. They deserve to be in a grave or...
Chrisean Rock has officially entered her I will stop at nothing era, and the internet is malfunctioning like a cheap ring light. Because apparently, sis didn't just pray journal or manifest, she went straight to hiring witches like this is a crossover episode between Zeus Network and American Horror Story. 1 minute she's posting selfies. The next minute there's a rumor she's paying spiritual workers to bind Blueface so he can't leave. And baby, the timeline collapsed instantly. This makes the Kardashians look like they argue over scented candles and Pilates schedules. The second a rumor hit the internet, social media combusted. People were clutching sage sticks, running to prayer circles, and Googling what does binding mean? Like they were preparing for an exorcism. Memes popped up immediately, Chrisean wearing a witch hat, Blueface trapped in a glowing blue circle, Carlissa running around with holy water like she's fighting. Demons in 4K. It was pure chaos seasoned with confusion and sprinkled with spiritual delusion. And just when the internet thought this couldn't get messier, whispers started spreading that the ritual wasn't just about love, it was about control. If that's true, Chrisean didn't just break the internet. She cursed it. The rumor started the way all dangerous rumors start, quietly, anonymously, and with just enough detail to feel believable. A tiny blob with 42 followers posted that Chrisean had consulted spiritual workers to keep Blueface tied to her emotionally. Normally people would scroll past gossip this unhinged, but when it's Chrisean, baby, the internet treats every whisper like scripture. Within 20 minutes, the story spread across platforms faster than people running from Carlissa during one of her lives. Fans weren't ready. Nobody was prepared for the idea of Chrisean going from fighting in hallways to fighting with invisible forces. People started posting screenshots of candles, tarot cards, and moon phases like they were suddenly licensed spiritual investigators. Someone tweeted, "She really trying to bind him? Girl, just block him like everyone else." Another said, "Witches? This relationship needs therapy, not Hogwarts." And still, the rumor kept growing: legs, arms, wings, and a tail like a digital dragon. Then a voice note leaked. Because in celebrity drama, voice notes always appear magically like bonus levels in a game. In the clip, someone claimed they saw Chrisean at a spiritual shop buying candles and asking too many questions. The voice didn't identify itself, didn't provide evidence, and didn't even pronounce half the words right. Yet the internet believed every syllable. They said, "See? I knew it." They said, "That explains everything." They said, "This is why Blueface acting weird." Suddenly everyone was a spiritual detective. The funniest part, Blueface was acting weird that week. He tweeted random thoughts like he was arguing with invisible people. He posted a selfie looking confused. He went live talking in circles. People said the binding is working. They treated his confusion like proof. Blueface can be high, hungry, or half asleep. The internet doesn't care. If Chrisean sneezes, they think it's a spell. Then came the screenshots, blurry pictures of Chrisean near a crystal shop. Not inside, not buying anything, just walking by. But the internet went wild. They zoomed in. They circled her hands. They added red arrows pointing at nothing. Someone tweeted, "She definitely buying spell stuff." Another said, "I know a witch walk when I see one." They turned a basic photo into mystical evidence. People see what they want to see. Carlissa, of course, had to jump in. As soon as the rumor hit her timeline, she went live like she had a personal duty to expose every molecule of Chrisean's life. She said, "I've been telling y'all something off with that girl. Now she out here playing with spirits." She shook her head dramatically, as if she wasn't the one who summons chaos into her own home with every live stream. She warned Blueface to stay prayed up like he wasn't the one causing most of the drama himself. Once Carlissa spoke, the rumor became a wildfire. People treat Carlissa like she's a spiritual whistleblower, even though she's the last person God sends visions to. She has a history of overreacting to every situation, but when she talks, the internet listens. She said, "I know a dark spirit when I see one," and social media had a collective panic attack. They felt like this was proof Chrisean really did something. The spiritual community stepped in next, and baby, they came with attitude. One tarot reader posted a video saying, "If Chrisean doing binding work, that's dangerous." Another said, "Blueface's energy is too unstable to bind anyway." Someone else said, "Y'all mixing witchcraft with nonsense." The spirits are laughing. TikTok became a digital coven overnight, full of witches giving opinions they were not asked for. They treated the rumor like a case study in magical ethics. But the real mess started when Chrisean's old clips began resurfacing, moments where she talked about manifesting Blueface, feeling spiritually connected, or praying for him. People edited them together to make it look like she had been planning a ritual from the start. They added scary music and dramatic captions like, "The signs were always there. It was ridiculous, exaggerated, and absolutely viral." Suddenly, Chrisean's fanbase went into defensive mode. They said she was just spiritual. They said she was praying for her relationship. They said people always twist her words. They said every girl has done a manifestation candle at least once, which may be true. But most girls aren't being accused of hiring a coven to trap their ex. Meanwhile, Chrisean remained silent, which, of course, made everything worse. Her silence is like gasoline. Every hour she didn't respond, the speculation grew louder. People said she was guilty. Others said she was unbothered. A few said she was preparing another ritual. The imagination of the internet should honestly be illegal. Then someone posted a screenshot claiming Chrisean paid a spiritual worker through Cash App. The screenshot was cropped, pixelated, and suspiciously formatted. It could have been for pizza. It could have been fake. But the screenshot hit the timeline like a meteor. People screamed, "This is proof." They said the emojis she used were suspicious. They said the timestamp matched the moon cycle. People were connecting dots that didn't even belong on the same page. Blueface, being Blueface, jumped in with his usual unpredictable commentary. He tweeted, "Ain't nobody binding me. I go where I wanna go," which only made the internet more suspicious. Because when a man denies something that quickly, people assume it's true. One comment said, "If it wasn't true, he wouldn't have said anything." Another said, "The spell obviously working. Look how defensive he is." Then Blueface posted a second tweet saying, "I'm unbindable. Try again." This turned the rumor from spiritual gossip into a gladiator match between magic and delusion. Memes flooded in showing Blueface dodging spells like he was in the Matrix. Someone animated him running from flying candles. People were having too much fun. When Chrisean finally posted something, it wasn't even about the rumor. She posted a selfie looking gorgeous, smiling, glowing. But because the internet was already possessed with paranoia, they said she looks too happy for no reason. Someone else said, "She glowing from the ritual." People will invent anything to support their theory. Blogs wrote entire essays claiming she was embracing her power. Commentators made videos saying she was manifesting control. Spiritual influencers said she was entering her divine feminine era. Nobody talked about facts. Everyone talked about vibes. This wasn't just a rumor anymore. This was a full-blown spiritual scandal, and the internet couldn't look away. The scandal didn't just grow, it mutated. What started as a rumor about Chrisean hiring witches evolved into a full-blown paranormal panic attack across social media. People were arguing like theologians, fighting like Marvel fans after a bad movie, and diagnosing energy shifts like they were certified gurus. TikTok got so dramatic, you'd think the fate of the universe depended on whether Chrisean lit a candle or not. The memes reached an ungodly level of creativity. Someone photoshopped Chrisean wearing a red cloak, holding a spell book titled How to Keep a Rapper. Another meme showed Blueface floating helplessly in a magic circle while Chrisean chanted over him like she was trying to summon rent money. People were laughing, crying, terrified, and confused all at once. The internet had never been so spiritually serious than the spiritualists got louder. Tarot readers began doing Blueface binding readings unprompted. One reader flipped 3 cards and gasped dramatically, whispering, "The devil card came out." "I knew it." Another said, "This energy is giving obsession, not love." A third reader pulled the Tower card and screamed, "This is why the relationship keeps breaking." TikTok was acting like a global seance was happening in real time. But the biggest twist came when a famous spiritual influencer, someone with millions of followers and zero chill, posted a video saying, "Someone definitely attempted a binding ritual. I feel it. This person didn't name Chrisean, didn't mention Blueface, didn't even reference the rumor, but baby." The internet connected the dots like detectives with a whiteboard. Suddenly, every comment said, "She's talking about Chrisean." And this confirms it. A vague spiritual video became exhibit of the imaginary ritual case. Meanwhile, celebrities were chiming in without even trying to be subtle. A female rapper tweeted, "I've seen girls do CR easy Y things for men. Girls do CR easy Y things for men. Nothing surprises me anymore," a reality star posted. "Some of y'all need prayer." Not spells. Blueface's mom Carlissa wrote a long paragraph on Facebook that read like a gospel sermon mixed with a restraining order. She said, "Dark forces cannot fight the light," which was her version of calling Chrisean a demon without using the actual word. The funniest part, every time Carlissa talks about the light, she ends up stumbling into more mess. She can't stay away from drama longer than a sneeze. And the internet ate it up like popcorn. Fans said, "If Carlos is scared, we scared too." Others said, "Carlissa thinks everybody is possessed." A few said, "Sis needs a vacation and some lavender tea, Blueface." He was loving the attention. He tweeted, "I'm still unbindable. Try harder." Then he posted a video smirking at the camera like he was auditioning for a remake of The Craft. The internet treated it like part of the ritual. Someone said, "The spell is making him cocky." Someone else said, "He looks hypnotized." Another said, "He looks the same as always." Y'all need therapy. That's when the real chaos began. People started creating conspiracy theories that Blueface's recent behavior changes were caused by the spell. They said he was posting weird things. They said he was looking unusually emotional. They said he was moving differently. They pretended not to know that Blueface always moves. Weirdly, because he lives in a constant state of confusion. Then, a fake but believable screenshot leaked of someone claiming Chrisean bought a love binding kit from an online metaphysical store. The product description said it contained candles, oils, herbs, and a script for controlling emotions. It was probably photoshopped. It was probably a prank. But the timeline treated it like forensic evidence. People were zooming in. People were analyzing grain patterns. People acted like CSI agents working overtime. Meanwhile, commenters were losing their minds. Half the timeline said Chrisean was trying to fix a broken relationship. The other half said she was summoning demons. A few neutral folks said, if she binding anybody, she should bind her bills first. But the mess truly hit global levels when a YouTube celebrity talked about it on their podcast. They said, if she's messing with spiritual stuff, that's dangerous. People don't play with that. Suddenly, it wasn't just gossip, it was a cultural discussion. People debated spirituality. People debated rituals. People debated whether it's morally wrong to spiritually bind someone who already treated you horribly in the first place. Some TikTokers went too far. One girl posted a video crying, saying, "I'm scared this energy is too dark." Someone else said Chrisean opened a portal. Another person tried to sage their phone screen. The comedy was accidental, but priceless. Then came the wildest twist. An anonymous spiritual worker came forward claiming they were the one Chrisean hired. They provided no name. No receipts, no proof, no recordings, just vibes. But the internet believed him instantly because humans love drama more than truth. They said things like, "She came to me crying, and she begged me for help keeping him close." They even claimed she wanted a ritual to restore harmony. That one line set the timeline ablaze. People said, "See, she did it." Others said, "This worker lying for clout." Some spiritualists said, "Real practitioners don't expose clients. This is fake." But the damage was already done. The rumor reached nuclear level. Then the internet dug up in. Old clip of Chrisean saying she believes in energy, work, and manifesting love. People took those normal statements and turned them into witchcraft confessions. One comment said she been practicing. Another said, "This is why everything happening." The timeline was collapsing into conspiracy madness. Chrisean still hadn't responded directly, which made things worse. Her silence fed the rumor like spiritual fertilizer. Fans begged her to address it. Haters said she couldn't deny it because she was caught. Trolls said she was preparing a new spell. Meanwhile, neutral folks begged for everyone to calm down because nobody had actual proof. But the rumor officially reached God-tier drama when a huge gossip page posted. Sources claim Chrisean sought spiritual help to soften Blueface emotionally. The comments exploded instantly. People screamed, "What does that mean?" Others said, "That's a spell." Some said, "She tried to heal him." A few said, "Nothing can soften Blueface. Not even witchcraft." And finally, after days of spiritual madness, Chrisean posted a single sentence that flipped the entire situation upside down. "Y'all are crazy. I don't need magic to get any man." Chrisean's one-sentence clapback, "Y'all are crazy. I don't need magic to get any man," detonated across the internet like a spiritual bomb no sage bundle could cleanse. Her fans cheered. Haters panicked. Spiritual TikTok lost its entire mind. Everybody reread it 3 times trying to decode hidden meaning, tone, intention, and spiritual residue. Nobody could agree on anything because this is the internet and confusion is our national hobby. The reaction videos came instantly. People said she was denying the spell. Others said she was indirectly confirming it. Some said she was mocking the rumor. A handful claimed she sounded too confident, which, apparently, is suspicious now. Comment sections were full of emotional detectives analyzing her sentence like it was the lost Dead Sea Scroll. Carlissa, naturally, entered the chat with a vengeance. She posted, "People always deny until the truth reveals itself." She didn't mention names, but she didn't have to. Everyone knew exactly who she meant. Her post hit the timeline harder than her usual 3 a.m. rant energy. People said, "Why she always involved?" Others said, "She protecting her son." A few asked, "Protect him from what?" Tweets, Blueface, being the chaos demon he is, doubled down on his own dramatic flair. He tweeted, "If she did a spell, tell her to do one for my album sales." The internet roared. Fans called it iconic. Haters called it messy. Neutral people said, "This man has never taken anything seriously in his life." But the bigger twist came when spiritual influencers began turning on each other. One said, "You can't bind someone without permission. It won't work." Another said, "Actually, binding works regardless." Someone else said, "Binding is fake anyway." The spiritual community was fighting like they were on a reunion episode of a reality show titled Witch Wars TikTok Edition. Even pastors jumped in. Actual pastors. A whole group of them. One posted, "People don't realize the dangers of spiritual practices." Another said, "Stay covered in prayer." A third said, "The enemy loves confusion." The enemy was clearly the comment section because that's where everyone lost control. Then, out of nowhere, a rumor dropped claiming Blueface's recent problems, the confusion. The live rants, the emotional swings, were side effects of the alleged ritual. It was absurd. It was dramatic. It was absolutely on brand for the internet. People said, "He acting different." Others said, No, that's just him. A few said. The spell weakened him. People were diagnosing magic like doctors diagnosing fevers. The rumor spread so fast that Blueface had to address it again. He tweeted, "Ain't nobody strong enough to bind me mentally or spiritually. I'm built different." People clowned him immediately. One comment said, "You built like a missed assignment." Another said, "Sir, you can't even bind your own schedule." But the drama kept growing anyway. Meanwhile, someone posted a video of Chrisean holding crystals months ago, and the internet decided this was proof she practiced witchcraft. The clip showed her holding a quartz crystal like every other girl who likes healing vibes, but commenters acted like she was summoning lightning. They said, "See, she been into this." They said, "This confirms everything." They said, "This is exactly why the universe is shaking." But Chrisean didn't stay silent. She posted another message, "Stop playing with me. I don't need spells. If I want something, I handle it." The timeline lost it. Fans said she shut everything down. Haters said she was being defensive. TikTok witches said she was lying. Everybody had a different take, and none of them matched. Then came the final twist. The twist that sent shockwaves across social media. A woman claiming to be the real spiritual worker involved stepped forward and said the rumor was false. She said she never did a binding ritual for Chrisean. She said someone lied for attention. She said people were dragging her practice into nonsense. But the internet didn't believe her either. Someone said she was covering for Chrisean. Someone else said she wanted attention. Someone said she was a fake practitioner. Someone else said, "Why is she talking if she innocent?" At this point, even the truth became suspicious. Then a leaked DM surfaced supposedly from Blueface saying, "She ain't do no spell, but she is crazy." Half the internet laughed. The other half questioned the authenticity, and a few said, "Well, both things can be true." It added fuel to the drama without answering anything. Eventually, Chrisean went live. She looked calm, tired, and fed up, that specific mix that scares everyone. She said, "Y'all always want to paint me as some demon. I don't need no witchcraft. I'm focused on me and my son." Her fans cheered. Her haters scoffed. Carlissa didn't blink. Blueface probably didn't understand half of it, but something shifted. People realized the rumor had gone too far. People realized they were turning a celebrity breakup into a spiritual war. People realized social media had turned into a Halloween special for no reason. By the end of the saga, the truth didn't matter. By the end of the saga, the truth didn't matter. What mattered was the spectacle, the chaos, the entertainment value of it all. Did she do a spell? Did she hire witches? Did she bind Blueface? Nobody actually knows. Nobody ever will. But the rumor created the most ridiculous, dramatic, spiritual tsunami the internet had seen all year. And as always, Blueface, Chrisean, and Carlissa walked away untouched by clarity but drenched in chaos. Because in the celeb insanity universe, facts don't trend. Spiritual scandals do. If you made it through this spiritual circus without losing a brain cell, congratulations, you officially survived a storyline more chaotic than Blueface's love life, Carlissa's Wi-Fi sermons, and Chrisean's emotional roller coasters combined. We just witnessed the internet turn a rumor into a ritual, a candle into a crisis, and a relationship into a supernatural thriller. Before the next plot twist drops, because trust me, it WILL smash that like button like you're trying to break a generational curse. Now slide into the comments and tell me everything. Are you Team Chrisean don't need no spell? Team Blueface already possessed by confusion? Team Carlissa summoned this drama? Or Team everyone needs therapy, sage, and sleep? Drop your theories, your jokes, your conspiracies, because the comments are where celeb insanity truly comes alive. And hit subscribe right now. Because if you think this saga was wild, baby, you haven't seen anything yet. We cover every meltdown, every leaked message, every cursed live, every chaotic twist, and every rumor the internet transforms into a global event. Turn that notification bell on like you're trying to summon your own spiritual alert system. Because these scandals do not announce themselves, they crash in like unwanted visitors. 1 minute celebrities are quiet, the next minute they're hiring witches, denying rituals, fighting pastors, clapping back on Twitter, and dragging each other through dimensions. And you need to be here for every second of it. So like, comment, subscribe, and lock in. Because on Celeb Insanity, we don't follow drama. We chase it, catch it, narrate it, and set it on fire.